What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Beautiful day out. Just amazing weather in Massachusetts this week. So super excited. Um, Big day today. Tesla reports earnings after the bell. And I just recently had an experience with a local car dealer with these flyers that they send out, right? So, and I'm going to get into that a little bit and the effect that I think Tesla is really having on the car industry. And it actually made me dig up some numbers and look at some competition. But all right, let's talk about Tesla real quick. So earnings are after the bell. What does that mean, right? So if you're a publicly traded company, meaning a company that, that's on the stock market that anybody can buy shares in, you have to report your financials. Typically, it's every quarter, right? So 4 times a year, companies have to get out in front of the world and say, hey, this is what we made. This is how much we sold. This is our overhead, all of that stuff. And then the stock price reacts accordingly. Now, remember, the price of a stock is not based on what you did yesterday. It's based on what everyone thinks you're going to do tomorrow. So the most important part of an earnings call typically is what's called forward guidance, where the company will say, hey, this is what we're anticipating of, what we're projecting out. These are our plans. These are our new products coming to market, all kinds of stuff. So that's really where you'll see sometimes a company will blow away earnings and make more money than everybody thought, but their forward guidance is terrible. And right now, guys, we're in a recession. I believe we've been in a recession probably the entire year. And the way that recessions are measured, the data is so lagging that you typically don't realize you're in one until you're on your way out. And I firmly believe we're heading out. But there's still some, there's a lot of crazy things happening. If you saw mortgage rates and everything like that, we lowered the rate, but didn't have the effect that they thought. All right, so why do I love Tesla so much? And what is this all about? All right, what's happening is disruption, okay? That's why I invest in Tesla. That's why I invest in Bitcoin, right? It's just disruption. And I feel that right now we are living in an age, in an era where it's almost like the Industrial Revolution, the dot-com era, right? Think of when the internet took over. So AI right now is that to me, right? And that's my bet on Tesla is AI. But think about all the businesses that have been disrupted and industries that have been disrupted just in the last 10 years. And we've talked about this before. I'm in real estate. Big disruption happening in real estate, okay? Big lawsuit with the National Association of Realtors recently, has to do with compensation models and how commissions are handled. I got to be honest with you guys. I think it's awesome. I really do, because it serves the needs of the consumer better. And the most important way it serves the needs of the consumer is it's going to get rid of a lot of agents that can't negotiate. So if you're thinking of hiring a real estate agent, as an aside, we're going to go down this rabbit hole real quick. If you're thinking of hiring a real estate agent, no matter who they are, ask them about the lawsuit. Ask them how they feel about it. If your agent is upset, is sad, is worried, is mad at the lawsuit, that's not somebody you want to hire. If your agent is excited about the new possibilities and how they can better serve you and how this can benefit you as a consumer, and they can articulate that, that's the one you want to hire. For what it's worth, I'm super excited. All right, so real estate being disrupted, okay? Blockbuster, right? Netflix totally blew up their business, right? Uber blowing up the cab business, right? Airbnb is trying to disrupt hotels. I don't know if that one's going to go the way that we think, because Airbnb is in trouble right now. A lot of people, if you look at Florida real estate, those houses being sold, that's all based on Airbnb not panning out the way it was supposed to, okay? Look at internet versus brick and mortar. Here's a great example of disruption that people don't even think about, okay? We live in Massachusetts. What happens when there's a blizzard? Everybody runs to the store to buy bread, milk, eggs, right? It's a thing that we do. Whatever, right? We like to cook breakfast in a snowstorm. So if there was a blizzard coming, today's Wednesday, say Saturday there's a blizzard coming, the Walmart in Fall River, how insane is that going to be on Friday? It's just madness, right? But if I could go on Amazon right now and say, hey, on Friday, I want eggs, milk, bread, bacon delivered to my door. It doesn't cost me much more, and it's there. That's disruption, right? That's what's happening. So as a business, right? So what is Tesla doing? How are they disrupting? Well, they're really disrupting the car industry, right? So think about this for a minute, right? As a business owner, you should market the way you consume, right? Market the way you consume. So if you're not talking to your customers or your clients in a way that resonates with them, then you're dead. You'll be out of business. And consumer habits are changing. Everything's online now. So what is Tesla doing? Number one, Tesla doesn't even market. Their marketing budget is zero. Who markets Tesla? Us, right? People that have experienced it, people that understand what's happening, people that buy Teslas make videos about their Teslas. And that's what sells Teslas. Tesla doesn't have to do any of these stupid marketing things and misleading things to get you to come into their dealership, which, by the way, they don't even have dealerships. They sell direct to consumer, right? So car dealers, that whole business model is getting blown up because what do consumers think about going into a car dealership? It's a terrible experience, right? There are very few car dealers that actually deliver a quality experience, right? And I have no connection to these people other than I bought a car from them once. But I will say Bourne's Auto Center in Easton, years ago, I bought a car. Great experience. You know why? Because I go online, I could book a test drive. I show up, I just show them my ID to prove that it's me. The car's waiting, I go for a ride. None of this craziness, none of this, vulture attitude. The price is the price of the car. So just a shout out to somebody that figured this out a couple of years ago, But the dealership experience sucks. So what did Tesla do? They took it away. And where did they put it? They put it on an app, right? It's just on an app. How do we consume today? We consume on apps, right? I just talked about Amazon before a snowstorm. I don't go to an Amazon store, right? I go on the Amazon app. It takes 3 seconds. I punch in what I want. It shows up at my door in a day or two, right? That's how buying a Tesla is. You go on a Tesla app. You pick out the car you want. The price is the price. They have their incentives, right? They're very forthcoming about it. You put everything in, you pay $250. Done. Somebody calls you from Las Vegas and they hammer it out with you. And it's a very simple process. And then you tell them, hey, I want to pick up the car. They'll tell you, hey, your car, we can have it ready for you next Wednesday. And there's like 2 places in Mass you can pick it up. And that's it. You go, the car's ready to go. You get in, you leave. You got to trade in, you just give them the car. Done. That's already been done all through the app. Like totally changing the game. So if your business is being disrupted, the worst thing you can do is fight disruption and act like it's not happening and act like your consumers aren't changing their habits and keeping up with that, because that's the fastest way to go out of business. Ask Blockbuster how it worked out for them not buying Netflix when they had the chance, right? They slept on that. Imagine Blockbuster online as the Netflix. Dude, they had the name. They would have won. But they didn't see it. Just like Kodak slept on digital photography, thought people were going to want to develop film forever, and they lost out. Now they're out of business, okay? So what's the story with this, okay? This is what dealers are doing because I don't know why, and I think they're just hanging on to this old model. I don't know. So I'm going to pick on somebody, but it's not to diss them. This is just constructive feedback, all right? So as somebody who's a Tesla investor, I like to see what's happening out in the world, right? And I like to go and, once in a while, check out a dealership, just see what the competition's doing. So that was fresh in my mind last week when I got this thing in the mail. So I was kind of intrigued because usually these things go in the trash, right? This one had this little combination box here, right? I pulled the tab. It gave me a number. It's hard to read in the picture, 62237. I look at that, and right away, your eye is drawn right here, right? Looks like $2,500 instant cash. So I'm like, all right, whatever, right? That's probably a joke, but let me just figure it out. So I go to the website, I put it in right away. I'm getting contacted. And this is Empire Ford. This is a Ford dealership in Fall River, okay? I don't know, whatever, right? Just some Ford dealership in Fall River, and this is the marketing that's going on of people being disrupted in their industry and not keeping up with consumers and marketing the way they consume, okay? So I get this, I go on this website to do the price checker and I fill it out right away. They reach out. Great. Hey, that's a win, man. You reached out. As soon as I signed up online, I got the reach out. Awesome. All right. So somebody was texting me from the dealership. Awesome. Right. They called and text. Okay. There's different ways people communicate. You got to make sure you can hit all those angles. They texted me right away. And it was a very weird choice of words. She was like, oh, you qualify for a prize. I'm like, well, it says here I won. And I'm reading the fine print, and you can see it, right? It's hard to read, right? They purposely, we're going to get to that in a minute. They put the black letters on the gold and black background. I mean, they know what they're doing, right? So I'm like, okay, I want to see how this plays out. So I made an appointment. I went to the dealership. I brought the card in. And the guy's like, oh, awesome, man. Yeah, it looks like, you're going to win something. Have a seat. You thinking of selling your car? No, I'm all set, man. I'm just here because it looks like I won $2,500 cash. So apparently this is where it's misleading, right? And it's not. And this is reinforcing why people don't like to go to car dealers. Why is Tesla so successful at what they're doing, and why are they disrupting? I'm going to show you the numbers in a minute. The sales numbers don't lie. In a recession, okay, they don't lie. This is why, because of these stupid, misleading things that people do because they think that consumers are stupid. I don't know what it is. I think it's just, instead of taking a minute and saying, hey, look, our business is changing. What can we do to change the experience, to give people what they want? No, I'm just going to keep doing this stupid stuff that I've done for 40 years. It probably never worked. So the 62237, looking at it, okay, it looks like I got $2,500 cash. That's not the number. He's like, nah, buddy, there's a number here. Let's see if you can see it. It's right here. It got cut off, but there's a number here. He's like, no, that's the number. So he goes over to this board, and it's got like 4 things, and any other number, you win bootleg AirPods. That's what they got. Bootleg AirPods. I mean, not even, these are probably $4 on Amazon, right? Bootleg AirPods. I mean, come on, bro. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That is not what consumers want. And that's when your business is being disrupted and you're doing things like that. It's not a good experience. You're reinforcing why people are looking for other models. They're looking for other avenues. They're going to other businesses because the disruption is happening. And you have to embrace it to be successful. So what do the numbers tell me? All right. These are the sales numbers, Ford versus Tesla. Okay. This is right off their earnings reports. Tesla released their third quarter earnings, their third quarter sales numbers, right? These are their deliveries at the bottom here. Okay. And these are Ford's right off their website. So they release them ahead of earnings. The market digests it, and then earnings come out. So let's look at Ford. Okay. So this is quarter 3, 2023. Quarter 3, 2024. So this is year over year, same quarter. Like I said, we're in a recession. Okay. So let's look at this. Now, Ford, on that report that I saw, there was at least 21 models. I got to be honest, I kind of lost count. There was so many freaking models of cars, trucks, vans, all this stuff. So Ford already has a problem right there. Their manufacturing is not up to par. Okay. It's just, you can't have that many models and be efficient in manufacturing. That's what Tesla is showing everybody. Tesla has 5 models, and a lot of it's crossover parts, so, all right, but let's get into it. So EV sales, Ford's actually up 12%, right? From 20,000 last quarter to 23,000, 2024. Hybrids, they're up 38%, 34,000 to 48,000. So my guess here, to be honest with you, I don't know much about Ford. I don't follow them. I do know the Mustang Mach-E is the competitor to the Tesla Model Y. Not competition, bro. But okay, they must have some crazy incentives. They're trying to get rid of the things. So I don't know. I did see a Mustang Mach-E at that Ford dealer I was at. Window sticker was $59,000. It was like a Baja edition. I don't know. The Model Y window sticker, $52,000. So right away, okay, they're both going to get the same incentive, 7,500 federal, 3,500 mass, but you're already 7,000 higher, right? Tesla's killing everybody with AI, self-driving cars. I saw a thing on Twitter the other day that Ford is all excited that their next update is going to have a, I don't know, the car can change lanes on its own. They're all, I don't know, whatever. Okay, good for you. But the key thing here is the ICE sales, which is gas-powered vehicles, internal combustion engines, are down 2.76. So they did last year 444,000 ICE sales, which is gas and diesel-powered cars. They're down to 432,000 year over year. All right. So Ford does about 500,000 cars a quarter. Okay. Tesla only sells EV. Okay. Last year, 430,000 in third quarter. This year, 462,000. All right. So Tesla's up 7.5%. In a recession, all right, Ford sales are basically flat, all right, 0.71% to the upside because of this, because of these, whatever these incentives are. But they're basically their bread and butter, which is their gas and diesel powered vehicles, are down, right? So what does that mean? That means people aren't buying what you're putting out, right? And when you give people this misleading experience, this is what your dealers are showing people. How many people walked into this dealership and maybe would have bought a Ford, but didn't because this is so damn ridiculous? This is just not a nice way to do business, right? You're turning people off. Tesla, it's a consistent experience. It's all on the app. 462,890 Teslas sold last quarter, okay? Almost what Ford has been doing across the line. 5 models of Tesla versus 21 models of Ford. And I'll tell you right now, I should have put that on it and I didn't. Model 3, Model Y, which are the 2 biggest selling Teslas, is probably 90% of that number, right? And then you have the S and the X, and then the Cybertruck. Cybertruck did 16,000 units last quarter. The truck that everybody hates and thinks is ugly as anything outsold all other EV trucks combined. The Ford F-150 Lightning, the GMC electric truck, all that stuff, man. Why? Because the experience is there. Do you know what I mean? So the business model is being disrupted. And I don't know. I'm not trying to like destroy Ford's business. I don't know the people there. The people I met seem nice. I'm just saying from a disruption business standpoint, I don't think that's a good way, man. You market the way you consume. All right. So that's it, man. That's what I think I'm seeing. That's the influence of Tesla. Okay. They are killing the competition with no marketing. And then the competition has no idea what to do. So they do stuff like this, and the money that they spent on this, they could have put it somewhere else and made a better experience for the client. The potential customer walking in the door. And I think about this all the time in my business, and I look for ways to create more value. We have a property management company. I want tenants to have the best experience possible. And I spend a lot of time figuring out ways to make our tenants have a better experience. And we're not perfect by any means, but we're getting better and we're aware and we're creating different systems and trying to help people, because that's important, right? If your tenants are happy, then the landlords are happy because the tenants don't leave and everybody wins because we all want the same thing at the end of the day. All right. So that's my spiel. Looking forward to Tesla's earnings. It's going to drop in about 15 minutes after the bell. All right. Disruption is real. Embrace it if you're in business. All right, guys. Take care. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy it while it lasts because winter's coming. See you later, guys. Thank you.